Come on inside. I'll show you around. We've had a condo in Florida for 5 years on the other side, on the West Coast in Sarasota. My wife wasn't into it. My kids didn't come down very often. So we, in business actually for a short period of time got tough. So we're looking for, to examine everything we were doing, seeing if everything still made sense. So we decided to try a van. Everybody could use it. We can go north, south, east, or west. We can use it in all the seasons of the year. And we tend to get ideas. We get excited about it. And we just, at our age, if you don't do it now, when are you going to do it? So we did it. So here we are in the van. If people are interested in converting their own van, which, by the way, I never would have done it if it wasn't for the work involved with creating the van myself. I wasn't interested in buying one off the shelf. The whole idea is the project of building your own van. So that's what really appealed to me, because I need these projects, something to think about at night. And when I'm sleeping, I come up with ideas. I need the projects. A lot of people are afraid of beginning difficult projects because they're afraid they're going to screw it up and it's going to be bad. And what I would say is that, I can't tell you how many times I've messed up projects and did things incorrectly and had to take them apart. But you learn as you go, you accumulate and you purchase tools as you go and you become better at it. I had somebody recommend to me, don't buy a new van because, your first one might turn out bad. And I said, yeah, but how many times do you think I'm going to do this? I'm just doing it once. And if it turns out bad, I'll just start over and do it again. So just do it. Buy the tools, get the tools, and just do it. And then when it's bad, just watch another YouTube video and do it again. It's the project. It's not the end result. It's not the van. It's actually, the project that gets you excited. Oh, first of all, we had a budget. And I'm at a retirement age. We've worked hard and we've saved our money all our life. We had a condo, and we sold the condo for like $175,000. When my wife agreed to do this, we agreed that we were going to take that $175,000, and that was going to be the end of our budget. But really, we were talking $140,000, $130,000 was our budget. So we bought the van, brand new, I think it was $65,000. This is a 2021 170-inch wheelbase extended with I think it's a 3500, so it has a dually in the back. That was $65,000. After transportation and taxes, it was closer to $70,000. And then the most expensive component was the electrical components. So the inverter and the lithium-ion batteries, that whole electrical setup was probably $10,000. And then the water system, the refrigerator, the shower, the solar panels on the roof, the 80/20. The 80/20 probably was $5,000 right there. So we probably spent another $35,000 on top of the $70,000. Probably where we're at right now. We have a little more to go. I need to get that second alternator. I'm not sure how much that costs. It could be $2,000 to $5,000. But we budgeted for it. My wife agreed to it. And my wife is the one that manages the money in our family. So she makes sure when I buy it on Amazon that she has money in the checking account. So it's a 2021 Mercedes Sprinter, 170-inch wheelbase, extended. Pebble gray, it looks more like a tan to me, or an off-white, but that's it. And I have an awning on the top, the Fiamma awning, I guess. And there are some things that I bought for this van that were just okay. I'm not sure I would do it again, but the awning is really good. It's easy to operate, it seems durable. It feels safe when I'm driving on the road, like it's not going to blow off. So I would say that was a home run. And on the roof, I have 600-watt solar panels and 2 max air fans. And probably the most daunting thing when you buy a $70,000 vehicle is the first thing you do is you cut 2 holes in the roof. So that was sort of nerve-wracking. But when you watch the YouTubers do it, and those guys weren't any better at hand tools than me, so I just did it and it came out fine. All right, so you probably can't see it here. It's actually, you have to have the right angle, but there is a fist mark right there because my first overnight, when I just wrapped things up and I wanted to go visit my daughter in Newport, I went and I parked outside of her apartment and just stayed in the van all by myself at night on a city street I heard at 2 o'clock in the morning, I think I heard something, but then I heard a big thing. Somebody punched the side of the van, and I popped out of the van, and I pulled my pants on, I popped out, and I go, what the hell? And it was a young, 25-year-old drunk, shirtless guy who pretended he didn't do it. So being my age, you have to de-escalate the situation. So, but it's no big deal. It's just a van, it's just metal. So I don't really care that much what happens to the outside. It ends up being, another fun story, which is the reason that would not have happened, by the way, at the condo in Florida. So it's another reason, vans kind of present an adventure in different situations, and you only live once, so. When we started the design of the van, it all started around the dimensions of bicycles that we would have in the back of the van. Because for the past 5 years, my wife and I have been riding these electric bikes, and it's a lot of fun. It's fun to go places and then just get on your bikes and explore. So one of the first YouTube videos I watched was somebody who made a drawer. Oh, that was just hard to open, but it's usually not that hard. Made a drawer, and these are two 50-pound electric bikes. So I needed, and again, they're hard to lift, so you need it out here to lift it out. So all the dimensions of the van really started with the height that I needed and the width I needed to put these bikes in here. And so then the electrical cabinet on the left had to fit within those dimensions. These are all the electric components. So I have 6 lithium-ion batteries. I have an inverter behind this panel. This is just a little 12-volt sub panel. This is storage up on the top. It was supposed to be for golf clubs for my wife, but she's not really into golf. So you can see right now there's no golf clubs in there. And then on the other side, I have a water compartment with a hot water heater and a water pump. And the whole system I built before the van came in. This is all done in my basement. Again, all framed out of 80/20, but I have a 2.5-gallon hot water tank. I have a water pump. I have a filtration system, and I did put an external shower here. The hot water tank currently is not working, and I think I've narrowed the problem down to the outlet that I have to replace because I'm getting variable voltage out of there. So I'm going to replace that later today, actually. And on the top, and I still play golf. I'm not playing as much as I used to, but I still play golf. And so this is my golf club compartment above, and this is my water. This is the filler for my water tank. I got a 30-gallon water tank up in front there. And that's basically it. The floor is a one-piece. It's called FlexiTech. It's soft, so it's padded, but the shell is very hard, so it's hard to break it. It's hard to penetrate it. We have it in our house. We have it all over our house, and so we used it for the van as well. It's kind of expensive. Again, we had a $140,000 budget, so I just bought it. My wife just paid it. Yeah, there's not much space, so you have to choose. You have to decide what gets left home. This is the bed. It's lengthwise because, again, I'm 6'2". The width of a Sprinter van, I think, is 6 feet even, so it's difficult for me to sleep sideways, so we made it lengthwise. And now it's like 6'4", 6'5". This is just a standard 6-inch mattress off, I forget, Wayfair or something we bought that from. It's a memory foam, and that works fine. Yeah, so we have 2 more cabinets made out of 80/20 in the back. This one is a smaller cabinet because the air conditioning evaporator is located behind this board, but it's just a small cabinet. These hinges, again, are off of Amazon, and so is that thing right there. It's kind of a lot of hardware for just a little drawer. And I have more space over here. Some of the things that I have to carry in the van temporarily during the day, we put up here. These are the window curtains that go in the front of the van. And this is just where I put some of my clothes. So during the night, I'll take that and put it across the seats in the front of the van. And it's not that high, but I can sit up in here. And it's actually, and people will look at it and say it's very tight, and it is, but I look at it as sort of cozy, and I sleep really well back here. Thanks for touring my van. Again, I enjoy being here, looking right above the camera. I can see an alligator in the water back there, and it's pretty cool. I hope maybe it inspired you perhaps to get started on your own project. It doesn't have to be a van, but you just have to make a decision and set a start date and then get going. Thank you.